Hey, Shalom. Kahala Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Waha, Rachakodash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to Akim, pushing his word and truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth. This is Amathia from Great Millstone, Dallas. I wanted to go into this article here, then pull up 3 precepts. Lord willing, this will be edifying to the elect of Israel. As you see, this was out in September 5th. It says how Chicago, Baltimore, and New Orleans are reacting to Trump's National Guard threats. He just brought out the National Guard to go onto the streets of Washington, D.C., and now he's looking to move further in these other cities. Now, the reason why the president is bringing the National Guard to these different cities is due to, he's saying, the crime. And he's not looking at all the cities. He's looking more into the urban areas. Now, what are those urban areas? That is where you so-called black are located. They call you African American. You call black, which are the Southern Kingdom of Israel. Okay, you so-called Negroes. Also, you so-called Negroes, U.S. Indies. Okay, Haitians. That is consist of the Southern Kingdom. Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. But we know Issachar can be up in there as well. But you see, he went on the fronts to attack the Northern Kingdom by what? Bringing in ICE, trying to say he's looking for the criminals and things like that. But then, as they said, when they were ICE actually came out and started searching, they were picking up dishwashers, construction workers, people that's trying to make an honest living. So that lets you know that's just the front that he's telling you so he can move forward with his actions, because Esau is known for the control, the narrative on cause, action, solution. He's trying to say, okay, this is the problem, and a lot of times he calls the problem. Even when you see in the inner cities or in the cities or the hoods, he causes the problems. All right, he puts you in a squalor situation, and what you have like wickedness that run about. Okay, so Esau, he's setting this up for now the Southern Kingdom, and ultimately the action that he's putting forth with ICE and with the National Guard, he's mostly aiming towards the nation of Israel. 12 tribes is only going to grow because, like I said, this is just a start. But eventually, the he see the problem. He's trying to say, okay, here's we need the action, and here's the solution that we're gonna bring forth. And you, as I said in Sirach 12, never trust thy enemy. His rust is not all together wiped away. Starting at Sirach 10 and starting at around the 12, starting around the 10th verse. Sirach 12 around the 10th verse. And I'm gonna get this, and before I get this, I want to go ahead and get this as well. Salakia. Okay. This is Isaiah 1. Okay. And verse 2, it says, "Hear, O heavens, and give ear, O earth, for Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai," what is all caps going to Yahweh, meaning he is, has spoken. "I have nourished and brought up children, and they have rebelled against me." Now, who are the children? That is the nation of Israel, right? That is the nation of Israel. You so-called black, Latinos, and Native Americans. We are scattered, but the bulk of us are here in America, the Americas. A lot of us are. But he's talking to you so-called black, Latinos, and Native Americans, and we are scattered, but this is who he's speaking with, the nation of Israel. It says, "The ox know of his owner, the ass his master's crib, but Israel do not know. My people do not even consider. You don't even consider where that you are a part of the nation Israel. You won't consider that the Lord said if you don't repent, and change your ways, you can be delivered. But if you do, if you don't, you'll be destroyed. You just know about what your mama told you. What your preacher at the church told you, that you do whatever you want. Then when you are put in the grave, they say he was a great boy. You know what I'm saying? He was so sweet, but yet you walk around toting what they call them switches and twos all the time. Because now you walk around where a lot of the children of Israel now, like I said, especially these black families that one parent household with the mother, because they say single fathers households are just as stable as two family household, two parent household, but the single mothers, look what they have built: a bunch of emotional niggas with guns. And Esau has got to set it up where they can retrieve these guns, and they're emotional, and they're just walking around and just all bugged out now, and they only consider the Lord. Verse 4, it says, "All sinful nation, a people laden with iniquity, a seed of evildoers, children that are corrupters, they have forsaken the Lord. They have provoked the Holy One of Israel unto anger. They are gone away backwards." It said, and they are going away backwards. And you provoke the Lord to anger. So what is he doing? He's sending his battle axe, which is his Esau. Okay, he's sending his the ones on the left hand side who basically gave the earth to reign for a period of time, to come down on you with great wrath. Revelation 12:12. All right. It says, verse 5, "Why should ye be stricken any more? Ye will revolt more and more. The whole head is sick. The whole heart is faint." All right. So I'm going to get this here. It says how Chicago, Baltimore, and New Orleans are reacting to Trump's National Guard threats. And this is the NPR. Okay, it says President Trump is ramping up his threats to send the National Guard into cities across the U.S., even after a federal judge ruled against his use of troops in Los Angeles. On Tuesday, a federal judge in San Francisco found that Trump's deployment of National Guard troops of LA in June to respond to protests against immigration raids violated the Posse Comitatus Act, which limits the use of military for domestic law enforcement purposes. And see, they don't understand that the Constitution and all these different laws, they're out the door now. Okay. All right, they're out the door. Esau is pulling out all stops. And we know it's open that the Lord is setting this up. All right. This is all prophecy. Okay, Revelation 12:12. That's something that is really hitting home now. I would say about to hit home, but it's hitting home now. All right. It says the ruling which the Trump administration can appeal only applies in California, and it has not stopped Trump from discussing the potential deployment of troops into Chicago, Baltimore, New Orleans for public safety purposes, despite data showing crime is down in those cities and considerable oppositions from elected officials. All right, and he just did that and taking them into D.C. Right. So, and then you have these guys that are going on the social media talking about coming to Chicago, telling them don't come. You got I guess they got switches and different things. These little niggas with dreads, bro. Y'all got a very low grade of some that these troops won't even take to war because it's not enough. And you think you're gonna go against Esau? And this is his blessing. The Lord blessed him to utilize his sword, which is now the modern day gun. All right. Andre 3000 of Outkast. He had a song. They had a song, and he said in one of the verses, y'all talk about the gags. He got how roughly parry. He got them things that'll blow out your back where he stay at. He don't even have to come to you really to take you out. Okay. So you talking about going against someone? He gave you his hand me down of hand me downs. All right. It says, well, we're going in. I'm going to keep reading. Well, we're going in. I didn't say when. We're going in, Trump said of Chicago at a Tuesday press conference. This isn't a political thing. I have an obligation. All right. And you have an obligation to what? To come down with great wrath. All right. And like I said, I believe this is it. The spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. He's speaking as man, and then just listen to our apostles on down, and just seeing the prophecies. Things are not going to get better. And hey, we're all for it. The hell with these niggas. You got to let go of these niggas. All right? These niggas, these spiggers. Because, bro, we trying to get set to bring forth the kingdom of heaven, which is coming regardless if you're ready or not. So might well, if you, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shada, get yourselves together and get yourselves in order. Matter of fact, because the times is short. All right? The times are short. And if you ain't preparing for the Lord and making way for Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, you want to still be out here just doing your day-to-day thing and thinking everything is going to be all right. And even if you knowing that we're at the end, if you ain't right with Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, you through. All right? This is 1 Peter 4:17. It says, for the time is come that judgment must begin in the house of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. And if it first began at us, what shall the end be of them that obey not the gospel of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai? So, if the righteous is going to be, all right, the elect is going to be scarcely saved. What is it for you? What is it for you? If you ain't got the covering, all right, you ain't got the covering Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, you are through. Esau finna come down and he finna kick people in the face, all right? He finna take away your Popeyes, all right? He finna take away your McDonald's. And see, he's gonna basically make you say, okay, now we're in dire need of things, and he's gonna bring forth the sea hill. But even before that, bro, he's gonna take out a lot of you Jakes. He's gonna take out a lot of you Jakes. All right? And, hey, through the power of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, hey, bring it on. And because, we tired of you niggas as well. Like you say, black fatigue, nigga fatigue, bro. These niggas are, hey, we tired, Edomite fatigue, white people fatigue. All right? Just Esau's world fatigue. That's what we are. We are just fed up with the things, because the Lord has brought us out and opened our eyes up to be on the outside looking in of this wicked world, and we're like, damn. What did Ezra say? He said, damn. He saw everything that was going on. He was like, damn, we need this world to end. He was talking to the angels saying, bro, we're through. He saw all this. He saw the moles running rampant. Ezra saw all these little niggas running around with these guns just shooting at each other. Punching their own grandmas in the head. He saw these things. How degenerate has this generation became. All right? All right, let me, what I was looking for is Slocky. This is 2nd Ezra 16. And well, might well go here. This is verse 17. It says, woe is me, who would deliver me in those days, the beginning of sorrows and great mourning, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of war, then the powers shall stand in fear, the beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come? And these evils are coming, right? These evils are coming. These evils are here, all right? And it's only going to get worse. It's only going to get worse. What I was looking for. This is what I'm looking for. Slaki. This is 2nd Ezra 15 and 15. It says, "For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against one another, and swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in power." So they're not going to be standing in. They're trying not to give no regard to, like I said, their kings and nor princes. You're going to see all out war that's going to be in the streets. The Egyptian against the Egyptian, as it says in Isaiah 19. So you think these little niggas with these pistols that they put some switches on them so they won't be able to, so they don't have to pull the trigger so many times? You only got a certain amount of bullets, okay? This ain't no, and one thing about this, you having niggas trying to bulk up to saying if they come to Chicago, you don't want none. We got all these gangs here. Now y'all run from the police, okay, the CPD Chicago Police Department, but you want to buck up against the military? You want to buck up against the federal government? And now, you know, because the thing is, it just don't make any sense. Which is all good. Because we know this prophecy. We want this to happen. Go ahead and buck up against them. All right? Go ahead and buck up against them. And this is only the beginning. It's only just begun. It's only the beginning. Because you're going to have, like I said, he's going to come to these different cities, but things are going to grow. They're going to have more troops out in the streets. All right. It was RoboCop that came out some years ago. Not the original. I think the original came out in the 80s. But the one that came out, it was like maybe, I'm not for sure, maybe early 2000s or mid 2000s, maybe 2010. You have to look it up, but it wasn't the one that was in the 80s, but it had Samuel Jackson as like a anchorman that was on TV, and you had all these different machines and military in the streets. All right, that's how it's got about to turn out. Okay, the 15-minute cities are getting prepared. All these things are getting set up. All right. And you're gonna have people having no pity with their neighbors. All right, they're gonna be fighting against the government, and these damn Edomites and these other heathens, they're gonna start bucking up against the government. We just see it now, but it's gonna get more. You're gonna see more of that happening. All right, and all this has to happen. And at the same time, you're gonna see more things ramp up as far as militaries against nations and against nations. All these things are happening at once because the Lord has said this, and through prophecy, and these things they're happening. So, you know, we just got to continue praying constantly and enduring, as it says in Sirach 2. Hey, and pray that the Lord delivers, you know, be a part of that number. So with that, I'd like to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Waha, Rachakwadash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to Yakin, pushing this word in truth and sincerity. Shalom.